See?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy your adult daughter Maria was able to get the oral surgery she needed.
Yeah.
But how was she able to make that decision? Does her cerebral palsy and intellectual disability make it difficult for her to make those decisions?
Yes, it does. But then I became her substitute healthcare decision maker and was able to help. Her dentist recommended the oral surgery, but didn't think Maria could provide the informed consent required, even with my help. Originally, I wanted to obtain a power of attorney for healthcare, but turns out Maria just couldn't understand it, which is a requirement. But then I learned about becoming a substitute healthcare decision maker and, I realized it was a much better fit for her.
This video is brought to you by the Council for Court Excellence. In this video, we will be discussing how to become a substitute healthcare decision maker. A substitute healthcare decision maker is a trusted family member, friend, or other adult who has the authority to make healthcare decisions on behalf of another person. Keep in mind that these tools are for adults in DC. There is no one-size-fits-all model. So the example in this video is not the only way to use a substitute healthcare decision maker. Please be sure to watch until the end of this video for important resources and tools.
Was it difficult to become Maria's substitute healthcare decision maker?
Oh no, all I had to do was get written certifications from her physician and her psychologist stating that Maria was not able to make her own decisions at this time. And once I had all those certifications, I was able to become her substitute healthcare decision maker and authorize her surgery.
That does sound pretty easy. I'm so glad it all worked out.
Me too.
Esperanza wanted to make sure that Maria was able to get the health care she needed. Let's go through step by step to see how she was able to help her daughter. First, let's make sure we understand who a substitute healthcare decision maker is and what they can and can't do. The DC Healthcare Decisions Act allows a trusted family member, friend, or adult to make healthcare decisions on behalf of another person. This person becomes known as a substitute healthcare decision maker. The person in need of a substitute healthcare decision maker must be certified by 2 medical providers as lacking mental capacity to make his or her own decisions. Generally, appointing a decision maker does not require a court order. A decision maker is able to give, refuse, or withdraw consent for any healthcare service, treatment, or procedure. However, there are some exceptions. Be sure to check out When Adults Need Help to learn what these exceptions are. This is a broad overview of the requirements to become a substitute healthcare decision maker. This operates as the base screen that we keep referring to and returning to. First, the person having decisions made for them must not have a durable power of attorney for healthcare because they couldn't understand it, which was one of the reasons Maria was a good candidate. Secondly, as Maria's physician and psychologist did, 2 DC licensed professionals must certify in writing that the individual is not able to make medical decisions for themselves. You can access the paperwork for this form at the DC Department of Disability Services website. The link to the form will be in the description box below. Now, let's discuss the requirements for the certifications that must be obtained. First, both of the doctors must state what is causing difficulty in understanding, why it is hard for the patient to understand, how much they can understand, and how long the lack of ability to understand will last. This certification must be made within 1 day of an examination. Second, the certifications must specifically address why the individual can't make their own healthcare decisions. The certifications are only valid for this reason. For example, Esperanza could use the certification she received as consent for Maria's dental surgery, but not to make financial decisions for her. Lastly, the certification should only last as long as needed and be limited in what it covers. This video is brought to you by the Council for Court Excellence with support from the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation. For more information on or to request copies of When Adults Need Help, please visit our website.